Welcome to RC Racing. I'm John Hindorf on my own in the studio because Nick is away at the World Championships in Thailand. We've got action coming up from the 1/10 touring cars. Let's get across to the circuit now where Nick can give us a look at the track.
Well, it's Thursday and that means the start of the 1/10 World Championships here at the fantastic RCS Speedway. A track with many fans, including race director Scotty Ernst.
You could argue that this is the nicest facility in the world. I've chose to come here for the last couple of years and race the TITC race just myself, and it's the organization, the people that own the shop. It's a family that owns it. They got grandma in there cooking in a little snack area, and husband and wife run it, and it's awesome.
So let's take a look at this amazing RCS touring car track. Well, it's been completely redesigned from the 12th. In fact, the only section of the track that's the same is the central infield in front of the driver's rostrum. It's a much more open track than the 12th, and the car's going to be on full throttle from when they enter the final corner all the way down the straight until that very sharp first corner hairpin. Now, I'd expect they'll be touching about 60 miles an hour as they hit that corner. If they can handle it, then they'll be putting the speed, and they'll probably get themselves in the A-final. But that's just my opinion. Let's see what the top drivers in the world think about the RCS circuit.
A little bit smaller than World Championship before, but I think okay. Good size, good layout.
I think the track level is pretty nice. It's a little bit different than in practice because there are more tight corners now instead of fast chicanes, but I think it will be pretty good for the Worlds.
Yeah, I like this layout more than the warm-up race when we were here before. End of the main straight's tough because obviously the tyres start to overheat throughout the run, and it gets difficult to get around with a decent amount of corner speed, but apart from that, it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, you'll brake more than normal, but I think the traction today was not as good as it maybe will be tomorrow because I think they make a new sugar water. In practice, the traction was way better than today, so I hope for more traction tomorrow.
Well, a very demanding circuit that should give us some good racing. We've got to watch out for the temperature there as well. That's going to play a part on that surface. Now, here's something I'm very used to seeing with Nick at Radio Le Mans. Down to Mr. Damon in the pits.
Like any motor race, the centre of activity is the pits, and the World Championships here in Thailand is no different. It's all going on behind me, so come on, let's have a look. Now, the first thing you notice is that everyone's kind of arranged very neatly in rows. Now, at this end of the pits, they're all arranged by team. So as we go this way, we have the Kyosho team there on my right. On my left, we have the X-Ray team, and you'll see the X-Ray cars are the new 09s. You can tell it because they kind of painted everything orange. So they have orange anodizing. It's very important, of course, if you are a professional race team, to have your own anodizing colour. As you go racing, Kyosho is red, Hot Bodies is purple, Tamiya is blue. It's all in the anodizing. Chassis design, not very important. Going on further, you'll see we have the Hot Bodies team. That includes obviously 3 world champions. We have Surikan, who was a 2002 world champion, Hara and Andy Moore, but they're all at the moment actually scouring the results behind me. The X-Ray team's very large. We've got another row of X-Ray drivers. And now we come to the first of our mixed tables. We have, just down here, we have LRP, who have, of course, their new speed controller range out, so also the co-badged NOSRAM unit as well. And again, more HB drivers. So a lot of HB drivers, a lot of X-Ray drivers as well. Moving on, as you come down this way, we go to Tamiya. Now, Tamiya, of course, includes 2004 world champion Mark Reinhardt. A smaller team they've been having recently, but and in fact, quite a one-man team as well, because the rest of the guys, apart obviously from Gilles Groskamp, sorry, I forgot that. So it's a two-man team, I should say. Gilles and Mark, and the rest more Japanese. Again, but now as we come to this point here, this is where it all subtly changed again, because at this point we now get the national federation. So guys who aren't in the race teams, they tend to congregate by which country they come from. And it's quite different from European races, of course, because the vast majority of people here have come from the Far East. So we go down here, we have an entire table of people from Hong Kong, a table of people from Macau. So those 2 small little islands have given us about 20 drivers, which is quite useful to swell the numbers. And they've also swelled the ranks of the lower heats. Coming past here again, some of the Japanese drivers, more Japanese drivers, and then we just get here to South Africa. And then there's two teams decided to come up here. The first one is a team associated with the TC5. That, of course, includes the American contingent of half of the American contingent of Rick Howard. And also over here, we have Yokomo, and that's, of course, there, sitting is Masami Hirosaka, possibly the favourite for the World Championship. And this is the Yokomo team. And if you come down here again, you see it is all action. At the moment, everyone's preparing their cars, getting ready. And over there, a little smile from 4 times British champion Chris Granger. And he sits there going, "Why's your car blue, Chris?" There we are. It's all in the anodising. Yokomo have adopted the Tamiya anodising. Blue is the fastest colour. Moving here, every spare inch taken up. Very different from, of course, from the 12th event when there was quite a lot of empty space in the pits. We've got a full pit. And again, moving out here, you begin to see people who actually kind of put their cars together, spending for themselves. So we have all sorts of speed controls, all sorts of motors mentioned, rather than when you get down to that end, which of course was the team end. It all tends to be LRP and Orion, because they're backed, of course, by Jürgen Latterbeck, who's here, as is, of course, Oscar Janssen from Orion. So that's a quick guide around the pits. As you can see, it's a lot of it, very busy, a lot going on. Everyone at the moment thinks they've got a chance. In reality, they probably haven't.
Well, it seems like everyone's talking about youth in motorsport at the moment. Lewis Hamilton, of course, the youngest ever Formula 1 world champion. And in RC racing, things are looking younger too. Nick Damon has caught up with one of the brightest new talents. He's from England. It's Elliot Harper.
Elliot, you've achieved a lot already at the age of 15. So how long ago and how did you start in this crazy world of radio-controlled car racing?
I think 4 years ago I started racing at a local club in Peterborough, and then I've just raced more and more and did a few races outdoors and really enjoyed it. So I just started from there.
I know it's probably a difficult question for your answer. When did you realise you were actually quite good?
I just raced more and more in the UK and just enjoyed racing, and just really it's just all about enjoying the sport and meeting the people around you. So I really enjoyed it and carried on.
So, but at some point, someone's tapped you on the shoulder and gone, "Elliot, you know, you're a little bit better than Fred and Joe." And they said, you know, so at what point did you start attracting the attention of the factories?
Well, I raced at a few junior championships and Mirage took me on board, and ever since I've been with Mirage from I think 2.5 years ago, and I've just started off with hot bodies and now moved to X-Ray.
This year, you've won a national, British National in 10th, and then a couple of weeks ago you won a British National in 12th. I mean, that's a meteoric rise, you know, for someone who's been trying for 25 years to get close to anything.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, but I think if you have the right team behind you and a lot of help from people, I think it was quite good, because everyone's helped me and helped me get the car good and things, so I think it's quite good.
Now, you mentioned help. Now, most younger people obviously need the help, at least as far as the taxi service is concerned, of their parents, and obviously your dad's been ever present. I mean, was he a major help to begin with?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he supported me and took me to the races and things, which obviously helps, because obviously I couldn't get there. So it does help a lot having the support behind you.
But technically, I mean, did you sit there going, he go, "Well, I think you should tighten your diff up," and go, "Well, I think I should do this," or did he? How quickly? You know, obviously, it's an 11 or 12-year-old. How quickly were you doing the mechanicking, and he was just sitting there, you know, going, "When do we go home?"
Well, none of us knew anything about the sport when we started, so neither of us had any idea what we were doing. So I kind of just started off doing my car from day one. He obviously helped a bit with different things, but then I kind of developed my knowledge and kind of do the car all myself now.
But do you have father-son rows?
Yes, all the time, all the time, every day.
So 2 years ago, I'm sure you watched the World Championships from on RC racing from Italy. Did you think you'd be in Thailand, representing Britain? In fact, only one of, I think, 4 or 5 English guys here.
Oh no, I always watch the Worlds and think, wow, I'd love to be there. And now, luckily, I've been able to come, and it's a really nice place and really nice people.
Now, you've embraced the 12th World as well as the 10th. Given your choice, though, where's your heart lie? Would you, you had a weekend and so you can either do a 10th national or 12th national? What would you rather do?
I'm not sure. I think 10th touring car probably, because I've been racing it the longest. But I think 12th is also very good fun, and you can learn a lot from it. So I'd probably say touring cars at the moment, but I take 12th just as seriously and try obviously to race and do well in that as well.
When you're actually racing, how much are you thinking and how much is instinct?
I don't really think a lot unless you have a problem and you have to drive around the problem. I don't think a lot unless say you spin out one corner, you have to think, well, what's the problem? But usually you just drive around, because if you think, you have less reaction time. So I think if you just instinct mainly.
Finally, I mean, you've come out here to Thailand. I mean, you're going to go for a holiday afterwards or just straight back to England again?
I can't go for holiday because I've got school. So I've missed some time off school, so I have to go straight back.
Well, we've enjoyed 2 intense days of qualifying here at the RCS Speedway in Bangkok. Let's see who's made it on the grid for the World Championship final. Taking the pole with a superb qualifying performance who saw 4 fastest time round drives and the fastest overall of the whole weekend, it's Japanese superstar and Hot Bodies team driver Atsushi Hara. Hara is of course already the 1/8 off-road world champion, which he won in America earlier this year and won the inaugural Touring Car World Championship in 2000. In second place on the grid, it's German Mark Reinhardt, the 2004 Touring Car World Champion. Mark is a Tamiya driver, but is also, of course, well known for his exploits as European Champion, where he drove the Hot Bodies Cyclone 12 earlier this year in his home country. In third, it's young German Ronald Volker. Ronald had a superb season and just narrowly missed out winning the European Championships with his Hot Bodies Cyclone. Qualifying in 4th position, it's young Swede Victor Wilk driving the Tamiya chassis. Victor's had a great season, but he's also had a lot of bad luck recently, especially this weekend, so he'll be hoping for 3 clear runs that may see him at least on the podium here. Qualifying in 5th, it's the master himself, Masami Hirosaka of Japan. Loyal for many years to Yokomo and multiple world champion, all other electric disciplines apart from this. Can Masami finally break his touring car duck and perhaps then go on to retire as a complete champion? In 6th, Andy Moore from Great Britain. The Hot Bodies driver is currently the world champion, having won in Italy 2 years ago. He's also added European titles at both 12th and touring car since then, but he's again had some difficulties within qualifying, including losing his last run, which would qualify him about 3 further up the grid. Qualifying 7th is the surprise package of the World Championships. It's young Elliot Harper, just 15 years of age, from Great Britain. Elliot has set the world on fire this weekend because prior to this he only recently won his first British national and now he's qualified 7th amongst all the best drivers in the world. Qualifying in 8th, it's Mean V, the local X-Ray driver from Thailand. We know what mean means, we're not sure about the V, but we're pretty sure it's a damn fine score in Scrabble. Qualifying 9th, we see the 4th Hot Body Cyclone, this one driven by Japanese superstar Hayato Matsuoka. But bringing up the rear, it's Gilles Groscamp in 10th place. The Tamiya driver has not had things his own way. A number of failures have left him bring up the grid, but he has at least made the A main. And those are your 10 starters for the main event.
Well, there is the grid. Remember, it's the best 2 results from 3, 10 points for the victory. Tension rising a little bit now. Everybody wants to get this underway, and the pole man Hara does get a good start. Reinhardt down the inside already, starting to challenge though. Victor Wilke there in the yellow car in 4th position, trying to make up positions as well. But it's the 2 leaders we're watching at the moment because this is very tight. Reinhardt not letting the Japanese driver get away. Has a look down the inside, very good on the brakes there, isn't he? 2nd place car. Oh, and there's a tip! And the lead's changing, Wilke's involved as well. Oh dear me, Reinhardt, let's have a look there. Comes across the curb here. Well, he was clearly on the brakes but couldn't get his car slowed down. Wilke involved in it as well. He's dropped way back. Here's another look. Racing incident? Possibly. So let's pick up the leaders then. Well, it's Hirosaka now who's leading. Ronald Volker, who was
third on the grid, is up to second. And Elliot Harper up from 7th position into 3rd. What a result and what a weekend this has been already for the 15-year-old. We've seen him on the programme before, but he's never been at the sharp end of the grid. Oh, and someone's gone off into our camera, and that's Andy Moore. Andy, really, there's other ways to get on the telly, you know. Being closer to the front always helps. Hirosaka leading then. Here's the battles in the midfield. And again, this is Reinhardt and Hara having a little look at each other. They've already been involved. Let's check out our leader, though. He's driving away from a very good field indeed. Masami Hirosaka, the Japanese driver, well, he's won in everything except this. Lost count of how many world championships he has on the mantelpiece. Now let's pick up some of the action. 4th, 5th and 6th close together. This is Hara, Reinhardt battling very close indeed. And look, the German again is super late on the brakes there into that infield right-hander. And he is putting the pressure on again. Gilles Grosskamp just along behind them there. He is in 6th position from 10th. And that's Victor Wilke again, the Swede, in the yellow car, just making ground on them. So we're going to have a 4-car battle here for 4th position before too long. And it looks to me as if they're gaining on the top 3 just a little bit. We've got a quick flash of them ahead. Yes, there they are again, just onto the infield. And Elliot Harper is having a little look there. Oh, and there's that a change of position? No, he just held on to it. Oh, but there's Wilke having a look down the inside on Grosskamp. Oh, where do you look here? This is tremendous stuff. Concentration at its height as they go past the pit entrance there. And back onto the infield again. And as predicted, the 4 cars now absolutely together. Remember, ahead of them, we've got Hirosaka leading the race from Ronald Volker in 2nd. And there is the leader. There's the battle for 2nd and 3rd as well. And Elliot Harper's putting pressure on Ronald Volker. The youngster, just ice cool this weekend. Came here for the experience and will go away with much more than that. A lot of talk about this young man. All of a sudden really found his form in the last few months. And beginning really to carve out a bit of a reputation here this weekend. And at the moment, in a podium position in this first race. And you can see there, he's not making up the numbers, is he? Car's just getting airborne as they go past our low camera there. There's just a little bump on the outside of that corner, and very easy just to overcook it, as Andy Moore did earlier on. Car gets airborne, you've got no grip whatsoever, and it's very, very quick there because you're desperately trying to keep the power on down this long, fast section. All of this is flat out until the braking area on the infield. 1st, 2nd and 3rd there, that's what we're watching. And Hirosaka is still out front, but he's been closed down by Ronald Volker, the German, with the Hot Buddy Cyclone in 2nd position, chasing the similar machine ahead of him. X-Ray in 3rd place in the shape of Elliot Harper there. And the 3 are very close together, and you can see we're coming down to the last knockings here, last half minute. And the lead is between these 3, and it can go anywhere. Well, we've had Harper on for a podium. Could there be more? One mistake here from either of the drivers ahead, and he could be right in for something tremendously spectacular. Looks down the inside there, can't get it done. Don't throw away the 3rd though, Elliot, come on. Got to use your head here. 2 more races to come, best 2 results of 3. Surely Hirosaka, with his experience, has just been pacing himself. That gap has come down, but he's stabilised it now as he goes through and takes the victory with Volker in 2nd place. A win then for Masami Hirosaka, one of the real stars of the sport. Looks fairly nonplussed about it. Yeah, I came here to win, I've won, done the job. Results, though, show a contrast in fortunes for the two English drivers. Andy Moore there, just down in 7th position. There is the result. Hirosaka takes it from Volker. Elliot Harper, the youngster, a tremendous 3rd position, ahead of 4th place. Atsushi Hara starting from the pole. Mark Reinhardt and he coming together early on there. Victor Vilk in 6th position. Well, let's pick up some of the stories from down in the paddock. Nick Damon is there with the drivers.
Masami-san, congratulations on winning the first final. Were you surprised to win?
Yes, yes, very.
What was it? Was your car handling well though? Was the car going well?
Car was very easy to drive, and my consent rate very good, and not very aggressive, so easy drive. So last heat was very lucky. That's it.
Do you think you can overtake the other cars if there is not a crash?
I don't think so. Very hard. But if I have chance, I go. Like a start. Yeah.
Sushi, not the result you wanted. What happened in that middle part, the 3rd lap, wasn't it?
Me and Mark between the 2 cars and then crashing, and all over he waited me. But I think my car is not so good this time, so I just keep my best line in the block to keep other car. So, but I cannot go more push. So next round I need to change something.
I was a little bit fast in the beginning, and then Atsushi, and I tried to overtake him, and it's on this track it's pretty hard to overtake. So I hit him 2 times. I wait, and I mean then 3 cars passed us, and it was hard to get up. But I mean Hara was a little bit slower than I was, so I need to try to overtake.
Elliot, you must have thought Christmas came early when everyone crashed in front of you.
Oh yeah, it was really good. I just came through and everyone was crashing around me, and I just went through the middle and hoped for the best, and kind of came out in 3rd and stayed there for the race.
You follow Ronald there pretty much 3 or 4 metres behind the whole time. Anything you could do about that?
I think I was faster than Ronald, but I didn't want to, make contact or anything because we were quite away in front of Hara. So I just wanted, if Ronald made a mistake or something, maybe go through the inside. But he didn't, so he drove a faultless race, so I just had to sit behind him.
Well, that's almost it for this episode of RC Racing. Next time, back with more action from the World Championships in Thailand, when we'll begin our coverage of the 12th. Also, the 2nd leg of the 10th touring cars. And Nick will be back in the studio to talk about his Thailand experience. It's worth watching. Join us next time on RC Racing. Bye for now. What are you laughing at?